Hi, Taurus. It's your girl, Alex. Hi, Scorpio. I hope you guys are doing amazing. This reading is for Scorpio dealing with Taurus or vice versa, or Taurus if you have Scorpio in your chart. This is your reading. So let's get to it. Ooh, the moon. What's being hidden? Can you see that? That card? That card is being hidden. This is Taurus. This is Scorpio. Ooh, finances, money, honey. Oh, what's going on? Star card. I'm hearing there's money owed. This is a weird message, but I heard there could have been a disagreement on what to do for someone's birthday or someone's anniversary. It's almost like, what do we spend our money on? Yeah, look at that. Lovers. Oh, angels are also saying, too, there could be an issue here about time. I feel like somebody is feeling unappreciated here. I feel like somebody is missing their partner or person. I feel like somebody is waiting for their partner or person to become financially stable. It feels like one person, feel like maybe you, Taurus, feels like you're putting your life on hold, while Scorpio builds their nest egg, or maybe they're going for a promotion, maybe they're in school for nursing, or they're in the military and they're coming up through the ranks. Yeah, I feel Taurus is feeling unappreciated, um and just wants Scorpio to see the sacrifices Taurus has been making for Scorpio. Six of Wands, Knight of Wands. Ooh. Yeah, there you go, Taurus with yeah, you guys are lopsided as hell. Um, Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups is on that side. Page of Wands. Knight of Wands. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Look, that makes sense. That makes sense. You got the Knight here, the more advanced court card. The Page, the younger of the two. I'm hearing somebody say I didn't sign up for this. It feels like maybe Taurus, you feel like your happiness is being put on hold. Could be Scorpio, take it as it resonates, right? And I feel like you're wanting to move forward. You have the time and the opportunity to kind of move forward. It could be a marriage, right? Where you want to get married now, but your Scorpio's like, no, I want to get married at when I graduate school. Taurus, you feel like it could be vice versa. Keep that in mind. Scorpio, you could feel like, I have to say it how I want to say it. Taurus, you could feel like Scorpio is overly focused on their money, their security, their materialism, and you're kind of falling through the cracks. And I feel like for some of you, that pisses you off. It almost feels like Taurus, you feel like Scorpio's option versus their priority. Okay? You feel like you've taken a back seat to whatever Scorpio has going on. Now, Scorpio, your story is very interesting because you have daddy issues. And I don't care what your gender is, but it's almost like whatever your dad did to your mom, whatever you witnessed your dad doing to your mom growing up, you're either trying not to do that to your partner or you're trying not to have your partner do that to you. So if your mom was Bernadine and waiting to exhale, and what you watched your dad walk all over your mom, you could, Scorpio, you could have vowed and was like, you know what? I'm never going to let that happen to me. I'm going to make sure I get mine. Right. And because we do see there are past issues here, especially when it comes to money and value, esteem, and depression and loneliness. Right. And I feel like your past wounds, your inner child wounds, are interfering with your relationship, right? This has become a relationship about value and worth, and to an extent, instead of a relationship about love and admiration and family and affinity and, um, joy and happiness. Angels are saying someone wish that the other person can see the sacrifices they made for someone. Right? Because at the end of the day, your Taurian could have funded your school. You know what I mean? Now that you're in school, you're getting all A's, you're about to graduate head of your class. It's like, oh, let me move on and get this. This is my next thing I want to do. And your Taurian is like, I thought we said you would just get that and that was going to be it. Right? There's some sort of disagreement here. And again, I just kind of feel like one of you, whether it's Taurus, whether it's Scorpio, you're feeling shortchanged right now. And I feel like that's pissing you off. And I kind of feel like you're wanting Scorpio to get back to what you guys originally agreed upon, right? Kind of feels like here somebody is modifying the rules. Maybe, Taurus was like, hey, we'll have kids after 3 years. Scorpio could be like, I want them now. It just kind of feels like, again, you guys are at an impasse and it's a really stressful situation. Yeah, I know. There's a lot of love between the two of you, but I feel like I wonder how much of that love you're actually investing in each other instead of taking that love and, investing in yourself. Right? Again, Taurus funded the school, but now Scorpio is taking advantage and talking about, oh, well, I have to go into school to be a nurse. I think I may want to go and be a doctor, right? And Taurus is like, hold up, we didn't budget for that, and that's time. I thought we were going to start, right? That's what this feels like. There's not really a disagreement, but you guys are on definitely different pages. And I do kind of feel like it's someone's childhood that is the blockage here. Someone, the way they grew up, the way they watched their mother and dad partner and, kind of co-parent and come together and run the household. It just feels like one of you saw an imbalance in that, and you're trying to balance all of that out with yourself, by yourself, and you are alienating your partner. You're alienating your partner. You're excluding your partner from whatever this relationship is. Right? Angel said it could be a boss and his worker, him, employer, employee, where the boss is like, okay, well, I'll send you to training for XYZ and you'll come back and take over Josh's position. Then you receive the training and quit. Ooh, child, that's gangster. All right, what else do we see? Page of Swords. So there's curiosity about how we gonna come back together. How we gonna bring this thing back into alignment. Four Swords. You guys may need to just kind of take a break from whatever this is, especially if tensions were high and there was, arguments. And I really do feel like you both have what it takes to make this work. Double magician. Yeah, look, you both have the ability to build something beautiful. You just have to get back on the same page. You have to want the same things again. Look at that. So Taurus and Scorpio, whatever this is, it's possible. There's a celebration here. I just kind of feel like you both may have to go back to your separate corners. and recalibrate, focus back on the original goal or a slight modification of that goal, and then get to it. But you have everything it takes to make this work. I just think you guys need to bring each other back into balance and bring each other back into a stable environment. Time is a factor here too, right? One of you wants something now, the other one wants to delay it. Angels are saying meet in the middle 6 months from now, right? You want to start having kids in 2 years. I want to start now. Okay, a year from now we'll start humping like bunnies. Okay. All right. Sorry. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and leave it here. If the reading does resonate, humping like bunnies. I can't. If it does resonate, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and hype. Personal readings are open. I love you guys, and I will see you next week. Love you. Bye.